Here we go. Let's get these questions from the DMs.
Yep.
All right, well, that's what I heard. So, what do you want me to tell you? Let it rip. Good morning, folks. Good morning to the herd. It's me, Lil Frex, on the podcast. That's what I heard. How we feeling, everybody? Feeling good, Mikey?
I'm feeling great. Tuesday gang, stand up. Let's go.
Tuesday gang, where you at? Huh? Where's my Tuesday gang at? I was pissed last week.
What do you mean?
On last week's episode.
Were you mad at me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just screaming.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done an episode where I was just ranting like that.
I think it was great radio.
Oh, okay.
Have you not gotten feedback? Good feedback from it?
I got no feedback.
I think it's great
So
radio.
I go, well, that was a miss.
No, I don't think so.
I was fired up though. I was like, we can't be assassinating each other. And then I actually insisted that this week we're taping on Monday, so we're releasing tomorrow. Because we kept missing the big cultural moments that were happening over the weekends, 2 weekends in a row. DT takes a headshot and Joey Biddles drops out. We missed it 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So I said, we're not missing it again. And guess what happened over this weekend? Not shit.
Yeah.
Not jack shit happened over this weekend.
Finally, something quiet. Really fucked us over.
Yeah, it's so funny because I went into last week's episode. I actually was like, in my mind, I told myself, I was like, I'm going to experiment with taking a strong stance.
Yeah.
And then when I was editing it back, I go, wow, like the unending shame of confidence is hilarious.
How much did you actually end up editing out? Because I was
much.
sitting there, I was just
Not
like,
much.
Frex is in the zone today. I'm not even going to. You had texted me after and you were like, I'm sorry if I stepped on you at all. Or
Well, that's
like,
the unending shame of confidence. Because
Right.
when I was editing it back, every time you go, I would just cut you right off.
But I would
cut you off like we were on the 405, like I just did right now. You see that? Because I was fucking cooking.
But listen, the herd knows my role here on this show. I'm here to be a vessel for you. So when you texted me, I was just like, oh, don't ever apologize.
Well, we
I
have to
mean,
keep
like,
good relations within the company.
Of course, but I didn't think anything of it. In my mind, the whole time I was just like, Frex is in the zone. I love to see it as a producer that you came in with a strong stance.
And that
you're
was on
passionate.
purpose. I was like, I'm going to take a stance.
And I loved it.
Even though the stance was actually stop fighting.
That's a stance.
I encouraged everybody to tone it down. And guess what happened?
You ramped it up.
I ramped it up?
Well, you ramped it up to tone it down.
I ramped it up to tone it down. Isn't that like the fun and catch-22 of life?
Yeah.
And then after that, guess what everyone else did? They ramped it up to 11.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that sequence of political events would be a moment for us to choose a different way. Of course, that's insane to think that that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's gotten even more crazy.
Yeah.
The RNC was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it. I was like, he has a chance here to take a different road.
No.
And I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I go, oh my God, he just blew the whole thing up.
Yep.
He's going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Biden dropped out. And Kamala is apparently brat.
That's what I keep seeing, that she's brat for the summer.
I want to do a whole episode at the end of the summer where we review what did brat summer mean to you.
Yeah, I don't think I know what it means, period.
It's just the most genius marketing thing that's been done in the last 5 years.
It's Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX came out with this kind of clubby, ravey album that explored kind of the messiness of your 20s. I think she's 30 and she's like looking back on friendships and partying and the whole concept of brat as it was explained to me by usatoday.com is like it's unapologetically messy.
Yeah.
It's like Amy Winehouse. It's Courtney Love in the 90s. It's Kesha in 2010. I heard it described as it's wired Apple headphones that are all tangled up and you're smoking a cigarette. I said, wait, I've been doing this. And I've actually been judged pretty harshly for my lifestyle.
The OG brat.
Wait a minute. I was born brat, baby.
Yeah.
I've been on this brat wave.
But you didn't have that marketing team.
I didn't have that marketing team.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that I think of it, I'm always just a little too early on everything.
Yeah.
I was doing musical comedy in like 2013. It was not taking off. musical comedy was not necessarily blowing up. So I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone started doing musical comedy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like funny songs.
Yeah.
Everyone started doing it. Blew up.
Yeah.
I go, fuck, I was just a little too early. Or I didn't market it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've been Brat, baby. Brat summer.
Yeah.
How did I get on that now?
Do you think you're having a Brat summer?
Every summer for 30
Just straight up.
years has been Brat.
Yeah.
What are we talking?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always had the energy of someone with a lollipop in their mouth. There has been not one moment of my life where you could not imagine me with a lollipop in my mouth.
Yeah.
At 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was judged very harshly by the state of New York and the treatment centers for this Brat behavior. And now it's all the rage.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I
was
mean,
too early on Brat. Now I'm yelling again.
Yeah. No, but take your stance on Brat. I like it.
I support Brat. I just wish that, I wish people had
been a little nicer to you
about my Brat.
Yeah, when you were exhibiting the Brat behavior.
But I continue to exhibit Brat behavior.
Right.
You know what's Brat behavior?
What?
Sponsored by Elf Bar.
Oh, yeah. If you're listening with headphones, hear that vape rip.
I'm like Lil Wayne. You know how you could always tell when he was going to come in on a song because you hear the blunt light?
Yep.
And then he rips the blunt?
Yeah.
And then he comes in?
Yeah.
This is me. This is the OG Brat right
Do
here.
it. Oh, yeah. The first time I heard that, I thought one of these wires was fraying. And I was like, oh no, Frex is just vaping.
Oh, don't worry. There is a wire or two fraying in my neck. And that's Brat, baby.
That's Brat. Bad
that's
neck.
So Brat.
Heavy vapes.
Yeah, bad posture is
Bad
Brat.
posture, yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Getting
caught in the rain.
Guess what? I wasn't born with scoliosis. I gave myself scoliosis by being so Brat.
Yeah, that's right.
By sitting like this. People can see my body shape from miles away.
Yeah.
No one else has this body shape. Okay. I've been told that. I've been like, yeah, we know when you're coming. Ain't no one else got that silhouette. That's Brat, baby. That's Brat.
Yeah.
I like being Brat. Anyway, apparently Kamala is Brat. It's funny how this whole narrative just switched. Now there's a return to optimism. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know what other people are doing. I personally am endorsing a return to optimism. The Olympics have come at just the right time.
Sure.
Are you an Olympics guy or you think it's stupid?
I don't think it's stupid. I don't really understand. I think it's odd that people just like get into it every 4 years out of nowhere. Like it's weird to me. Basketball I get because we like basketball when it's played in the regular season, but it's just like to just be like, all right, now I'm going to watch swimming. I'm kind of like,
listen, this is just what the doctor ordered for our crumbling nation. Mm-hmm. 14 days of "Oh say can you see" unapologetic patriotism. 14 straight days of "Oh say can you see." Bitch, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm "Oh say can you see."
Yeah.
It actually is. I did a whole, you should listen to it if you haven't. I did a whole breakdown of the opening ceremony, which was Brat, and some of the events so far and just my thoughts. But really something that I found very meaningful was seeing Team USA and seeing, we have, quite frankly, probably too many people there. We have like almost 600 people in Team USA.
We always do, yeah.
And then like Azerbaijan.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
I do always find that funny when those countries, like you see people, the parade go by and there's just like one person waving from that country.
It's kind of beautiful though. Like I ride so hard for those underdog nations.
Yeah.
Like for example, USA Basketball, who I have undying patriotism and loyalty towards, they're going to play South Sudan on Wednesday.
Yep. And
if South Sudan wins, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because what Sudan is going through right now and has always been going through. For South Sudan, now I'm probably going to sound stupid because is South Sudan and Sudan the same thing? Why is it South Sudan?
It's a great question. And I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, so I don't know. So I'll retract.
You go ahead. Yeah.
Let's just pre-retract whatever I'm about to say. If it is in fact the same place.
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible for the South Sudan basketball team to take on Captain America.
Yeah.
And the USA basketball team and really have their Slay the Dragon moment, what that would do for them as a nation would be incredible. So that's that's the only time I'll ever root against my nation. But otherwise, I found it really beautiful to see Team USA and how diverse our country is and how beautiful our country is and how happy everybody was to be on Team USA and just so excited. Fucking hypes me up, bro.
Yeah. Do you think in general there's just kind of like patriotism now? It kind of feels like you can only be patriotic if you're like
during the
Olympics. Yeah. But even still, it's kind of like, I feel like when we were kids, there was you were supposed to be patriotic, like everybody across the board. And now I feel like it's like a conservative thing to be.
Yeah, well, we on the left made a huge, and I've heard this said, this isn't my original point, but we made a huge mistake letting the right take the flag.
Yeah.
And I think things started to switch with the patriotism around the time of like after 9/11.
Yeah.
When I guess like I hate to say it in such a stupid way, but like kind of like our innocence started to crumble and our ideas and our belief in good guys and bad guys. Because it's like the bad guys did a bad thing to us.
Right.
And we as the good guys are well within our rights to go out and avenge these deaths. But then we all saw at the same time, like, I'm not sure what we're doing in Afghanistan and Iraq is right.
Yeah.
Are we the good guy? Like,
Agreed.
Have we not taken this too far? I thought we were doing Hammurabi.
Right.
As long as we keep 100 Hammurabi, like I support.
Title of the episode, 100 Hammurabi.
Keep it 100 Hammurabi. And like, we're good.
Yeah.
But for the first time, I think we saw maybe, as TV and coverage evolved and the internet came about and we just go, I don't know if that's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're being, the whole concept of, I think we're being lied to. And then it was proven like we were being lied to. And then this whole, the whole way that we perceive ourselves in the world just shattered.
Yeah.
And it's never come back since. It's only, we're at our lowest point so far. But you know what they say, every day of our lives will be the lowest point. And we'll always go lower.
Yeah, right.
I don't know who says that, but
I think there might be truth to it. Yeah, it's weird because like when we were kids, did any of your grandparents, did your grandfathers fight in World War II at all?
How many times do I have to say it? My grandmother was in the French Resistance. She was carrying guns around. She was captured by the Nazis. She got off the train. She hid in the convent. And my grandfather was in the Coast Guard. I'm not going to say pussy, but,
Smart.
He was taking a boat around.
Yeah. Okay.
A cutter.
I think there was so much.
I don't know what that is. I said a cutter. I don't know what that means.
I didn't know either, so that's why I kind of glazed past it.
A Coast Guard cutter is what came to my mind.
Okay.
But I know that he was taking a ship. Like, they were all on their way to fight in the Pacific.
Oh, I see. Okay.
When we did what we did.
Yes.
Which was drop the atomic bomb.
Yeah, right.
But at the time, the patriotism and our belief in good guys and bad guys was so strong.
Yes.
I'm sure there were people that saw the atomic bomb being dropped and were like, that's really fucked up. But I think by and large, Americans probably said, we're the good guys. Yep. They were the bad guys. It had to be done.
Yes.
That would never happen. Like, you would never get that kind of consensus.
Yes. Agreed.
Is that where you're going with this?
A little bit. I mean, not necessarily the bomb, but your overall point. I think that this idea that kind of like after World War II, because it was such, like you said, good and evil. It's like us versus the Nazis. Right. We're going to take down Hitler.
Yeah.
And then we kind of had this.
Yeah, I'm getting patriotic thinking about it. Like,
right.
Fuck them.
Yeah. That's right. Send the boys over. We're going to kick some ass, you know?
Exactly.
And then right after that, we had the Russians. For like 50 years, they were just our fucking enemy until the Berlin Wall came down. And I do think now we're just at this place where kind of like, I do think a lot of it is 9/11, where I think that once especially because we pivoted, it was like we were going into Afghanistan, and then they were like, oh no, we're going to war with Iraq.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back, because everyone goes, that has not shit to do with this.
Yeah, what are we doing there?
And Iraq is like, wasn't it like the birthplace of civilization, like that area? It held like ancient wonders of the world.
Baghdad.
I mean, obviously,
They invent, I mean, like that region of the world.
I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but I just remember seeing videos of like these ancient it was like the birthplace of civilization.
Yeah, kind
We
of.
just leveled it to the fucking ground.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And it's weird because there's a big part of me. I would love to go back to feeling patriotic.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me that feels now it's like, having like kind of, you just have mixed feelings on so many things. It's like I was at a baseball game for my mom's birthday last week, and they have like, every game, I guess they honor some veteran. They give him like a flag and all that stuff. And a baseball player comes out and shakes his hand. And like my grandfather was a veteran, my dad's dad. So my dad was like standing up and clapping or whatever. Yeah. And I was just kind of sitting there like, I don't really know how I feel about this and what to do here. This guy's a veteran of what?
You gotta clap.
I know, but
it's about the individual, what those guys went through. They were sent on a bad mission.
I know, but do you not think that it's like fair to be conflicted about it?
Of course it's fair.
Because I think that's the thing. It's like you're never conflicted when it's a World War II veteran. You're like, this is a hero. This is somebody that like fucking jumped out of a plane to kill Nazis and like save the world.
Honestly, I get what I'm always conflicted about the mission and the justifications and how so much of this goes back to us just trying to be economically dominant.
Yeah.
And control the Panama Canal. So we got to get involved in South America and we want to control the pipelines over. We want to get and like when people say, oh, it was like Iraq was about oil. It's just like you've heard it so many times, you don't even know what it means anymore.
Yeah.
But then if you really look into it, like it was.
Yeah. 100%.
So I'm always conflicted about that, but I'm never, maybe not never. I'm usually not conflicted about the individuals.
Yeah.
Because everybody is living in a sick system. So everybody's going to have symptoms, right?
Ooh, that's a bar.
What? Yeah. I mean, that's just what I think.
That's like profound.
So, yeah, we all agree that this is a sick system, but then we get mad at people who have symptoms instead of being loving towards them.
Yeah.
Like those guys that went over there, they were doing what they thought was right. It's not their fault that like fucking Dick Cheney and all the boys,
Yeah.
made a bunch of shit up. And those guys will never be the same. We have a lot to look forward to. Do you see what's going on in Venezuela?
Yes, I did.
Could be us.
Yeah. It might be
us.
It really might be us.
Could be chapter 1. Yep. We're chapter 2.
Yep.
Venezuela popping off. So they've had this guy, Nicolas Maduro, in charge down there. Now, I could be getting this wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. They consider him kind of like the Venezuelan Trump. Is that true or false?
I can look up whether or not
I think he's a socialist, but I think he also has that
but it's like Venezuelan
twist.
Yeah, it's like Venezuelan socialism is not like the Denmark.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. It's too complicated for me to understand, but I have been doing deep dives into the Panama Canal, so I do understand how deeply and irreparably we have fucked that region.
Yeah.
I told myself I wasn't going to do politics today, but here we go. Okay. So
well, I mean, the cat's out of the bag now.
Cat's out of the bag. So I believe he's considered a dictator, this Maduro guy.
Yes. He is. But the New York Times headline was like, he wins flimsy election.
Well, like any public figure, he'll have supporters and non-supporters. I think what I've heard is that he is like dictatorial.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know too much about it. Anyway, so they were having this election. There was a really strong opposition party this time, who seemed by all accounts, according to the polls, that they would have won. And I saw on TikTok, but I can't confirm it because I saw it on TikTok.
Well, yeah.
That Venezuelans who had left the country were returning by boat to vote against Maduro because he had closed down all the land borders that people couldn't come back and vote because he knew he would lose. Now I saw this on TikTok, so
take it with a grain of salt.
It's going to be a retraction, I'm sure. But all these guys were coming back on boats to vote against him.
Yeah.
Anyway, it disintegrated into chaos yesterday, with the military outside the polling places, not letting people vote. The two sides were fighting in the streets. Maduro comes out today and he says, "Isn't this great? We won."
Yeah.
Isn't this great? We won. And then the other guy, I don't know the other guy's name. The other guy's like, "Isn't this crazy? Because we won."
Yeah.
And he didn't win, and we know he didn't win, and we won. And now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And I really am scared that this is what we have to look forward to. It's going to be a fun fall.
Right. I mean, I think that's the major fear with Trump. I think the one advantage is right now he's not in office. If he was in office, I mean, this is what happened on January 6th, right? Flimsy election, fake
this
election.
is what the videos I've been seeing are.
But I'm just saying
there was a level of goofiness to January 6th that you cannot leave out of the context of the history. There was a level of like goofiness and just I don't even know. Down there, it ain't looking too goofy. It's like seriously violent.
Blood in the streets.
Yeah, it's seriously fucked. But I do take your point though. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Let's focus on the positive. Back to the Olympics. Well, we've actually even found a way to fight over the Olympics.
You and I?
Oh. We. The collective we.
Yes.
The collective us. The big us. The big you.
Yeah.
Capital U, us. Something I love about the Olympics is, sorry to be corny, but bringing people together, bringing nations together, everyone having pride, et cetera, et cetera. But in the opening ceremony, did you see this controversy? Now the Christians are furious.
I don't know fill me in. I saw it, but I don't really know.
So again, me and Trina did a full review of the opening ceremony, which you should go back and listen to. But in this sweeping, unhinged, breathtaking display, 4.5 hour through the streets of Paris ceremony, one of the segments was this like runway fashion show with just like drag queens and different looks and kind of like a culture thing. That's not even, I don't think, what they're mad at. Then the final kind of visual of that portion was this naked guy dressed like painted blue laying on the table, and then all these different characters behind him, and the Christians are saying that it was making a mockery of the Last Supper imagery.
Why?
Because like they're saying that the blue, I don't know, because it looks like it. Jesus and the boys, that like image of the Last Supper.
I'm familiar. Yeah.
The last image of this segment of the opening ceremony was kind of staged in that way. So the Christians are protesting. The Christians are mad. Conservative companies are pulling advertising. And but then the guy who directed it, came up with all the concepts, is like, actually, no, that's not Jesus.
Yeah.
The naked blue guy with his nuts out, that's not Jesus. That's actually supposed to be Dionysus, the Greek god of like wine.
Oh, yeah.
You see the picture?
Yeah. It does. He looks like yeah.
Now Christians are saying they're saying that's Jesus.
Yeah. Well, Jesus isn't the only figure throughout history that's had a beard and worn like a funny hat, you know?
See, when I saw it, I thought it made me think of Aladdin.
I mean, I can kind of see, the genie a little bit.
Anyways, so now we're even fighting about that.
Yeah.
We couldn't even just have a nice time this weekend.
Well, Frex, literally, I'm looking at the picture now. The guy is on a plate.
Yeah.
Like surrounded by grapes and stuff.
Yeah, he's like stuffed like a turkey.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know how you could think of this as the Last Supper, frankly.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but people are pissed. Now even the Olympics is tainted. But I'll tell you what's not tainted about the Olympics. Did you hear Flava Flav, yeah, is sponsoring the U.S. women's water polo team?
No, what does that actually mean?
Hall of Fame rapper signed a 5-year sponsorship deal as the official hype man for the U.S. men's and women's water polo national teams. Flava Flav made a financial contribution to the women's water polo team. His duties as hype man also include making multiple appearances at team events, including the Olympics. This started after one of the women on the water polo team, Maggie Steffens, made this Instagram post where she said that many Olympians, including them, are working 2 or 3 jobs to support themselves while they try to achieve their dreams. Flava Flav commented on the post, quote, "Hey, yo."
All right.
He said, "As a girl dad and supporter of all women's sports, I'm going to personally sponsor you, my girl, whatever you need. And I'm going to sponsor the whole team. My manager is in touch with your agent, and I'm going to use all my relationships and resources to help you out even more. That's the Flavor Flav promise. How about that?
I dig that.
And then I go, now is this his new flavor of love?
Just you.
Remember his
woman.
reality show?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Iconic.
So good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to turn this into a reality show.
Just picking women out of the U.S. women's water polo team.
Yeah, imagine.
That would be scandalous.
He's like, hey, girl, so you want to go to the Olympics? Let me ask you something. How bad do you want it?
Ugh. I'm like shuddering thinking about that.
The American women's team has won 3 consecutive Olympic gold medals in water polo. That's kind of fire. We never hear about that.
Yeah.
I'll watch it this time. They're in dynasty territory, but they do not get the attention or money bestowed on some of the teams like the men's basketball team, et cetera, et cetera. Partnerships between sponsors and Olympic athletes are way down compared to boring. Get to something interesting before I take my own life. Okay. Brant Feldman, who's Stefan's agent, the girl who made the post, he urged her to make this post. And then he made sure that he sent this post to his friend, Rhiannon Ellis, who's a talent manager. And Ellis is the talent manager of Flavor Flav, who got the post to Flav. I have crazy ideas, Ellis says, and Flav says yes to almost all.
I believe that. That rocks.
That's just interesting. They're saying that this may become the norm in the future. Kind of a celebrity, like being a angel sponsor for these wayward, lesser known sports teams, I should say.
You get like The Rock sponsoring the archery team.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
I heard in South Korea they treat their archery team like the NBA stars.
Yeah, I bet.
Like they have sponsors, like they live good.
Yeah.
They have these rich people who sponsor the archery team.
Yeah.
And by the way, I watched them win gold last night.
Kicked ass.
Fire.
Yeah.
Women won. So good.
That's something that I wish I was good at.
Archery?
Just pull a fucking arrow out of the quiver.
It's not even what they do, though. That's the thing.
No?
So I had never watched archery before. I was watching China versus South Korea last night.
Yeah.
So the bow and arrow don't look like Robin Hood.
What does it look like?
Which is what I would prefer. It looks like one of those contraptions that you would shoot one of those arrows that kills a whale. You know what I'm talking about?
It's got like wheels on it.
It's a contraption.
Okay. But not a wooden bow.
But it's not a wooden bow.
Which is what we really want. Yeah. Yeah.
So they take the arrow out and they put it in their contraption. And the announcers were saying that part of the skill of archery is you have to release your arrow in between your heartbeats.
Ah.
Because if you were to release it on a beat, that would affect the shot. So you have to be so in tune with your own heartbeat that you have to wait for the downbeat. I mean, that's a tremendous amount of rhythm required.
Sure.
And then
it's basically breakdancing.
They basically look through this pin-sized hole. There's no scope or anything that magnifies. It's just a pin-sized little hole. And the target is about 3/4 of an American football field away from that.
It's that far away?
Yes.
No shit.
And they look through this little pin-sized hole and they wait for their little heart to skip a beat. And then and they hold the string kind of, it like pulls their mouth back so they look like the Joker kind of. It's just very interesting. It's not what you think. It's not like Robin Hood. It's very technical.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was fun.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I should have watched that.
I could see why they don't get sponsorship though.
Yeah.
But I think they're taking now I'm going to be negative. I think they're taking some liberties with what is now considered an Olympic sport.
Okay.
Feel free to message me about why I'm wrong on this, but surfing, I take issue with this.
Okay.
Not that it's not a beautiful sport and a beautiful thing, but how can you objectively score something that is based largely on the elements?
Ooh. Yeah, is there anything else like that? I guess
That
not, right?
kind of like that canoe thing, but I think when they canoe, I think it's a man-made course.
Okay.
So I think it's a man-made water course where they add these rapids in, which still has some variance. Like, what if you happen to hit a hard patch, but that hard patch wasn't there for the next person?
But
when I say hard patch, you'll understand how stupid I am because I don't know what that
A
means.
hard patch of water. This water's hard.
Like a difficult little, you know, maneuvering.
Yeah. Rough waters.
But with surfing, it just seems insane for that to be an Olympic sport.
Do they do it in a pool?
No,
like a wave pool?
They're in Tahiti. So
they're in Tahiti?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what?
The surfing is taking place in Tahiti. And the most dangerous,
not in France.
No.
That is wild.
Wild. And so they rented a cruise ship. And the cruise ship is just docked in Tahiti. So all the nation surfers are staying on the cruise ship. Now, how much fucking is going on in that cruise ship?
Oh,
because that is, you know, one of the top 5 hottest sports, I'd say.
Probably, yeah. You're outside, you're tan, you're ripped.
Yeah.
You know?
So, no, they're in Tahiti. And I had never really watched surfing before. Because why would I? That's not brat.
Yeah, not brat.
Surfing is not brat.
No.
Surfing is like a clean girl aesthetic.
Yeah.
Skateboarding is brat.
Yeah.
Surfing
rollerblading
is not brat. Rollerblading. Let's put a pin in that. I'll come back to that. Okay, so much of this surfing competition has to do with, did you get a good wave?
Right.
So that just seems so.
But maybe, I don't know enough about surfing to know, but maybe knowing when you're going to get the good wave is part of it.
That's true.
Kind of like you were saying with the heartbeat for the archers.
Right.
Like maybe that's part of what makes it a sport. Getting that good wave.
Yeah, judgment.
Yeah.
But what if you never get a good wave? So that's why it seems a little up to the gods.
Yeah.
In a way. Well, I'm having a surfing correspondent on my Olympics series this week.
Who?
My friend Kyle Raps. He's a surfer.
Nice.
So he's gonna. I'll bring up these issues to him in a very disrespectful way.
So we will get resolution.
We'll get an answer to this.
Okay, good.
We'll get an answer to this pipeline drama. Because what if you never get a good wave? This is my issue.
I know. Yeah, there has to be an answer for that. They've got it. These surfers must know what the deal is.
They got to know the fucking deal, bro. But if they're taking such liberties with what can now be considered an Olympic sport, such as breakdancing, skateboarding, surfing, canoeing, etc., I think we should also be allowed to name Olympic sports.
Okay.
Vape tricks.
Okay.
Vape tricks with wind elements added. So let's say you have to get your plume of smoke into a target.
Okay.
And there's an element of wind. Because if surfing is going to be up to the gods, then this could be up to the gods as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Vape Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get your cloud to blow in accordance with the wind into a target.
Yeah.
In a specific formation.
Okay.
How sick is that? Why is that not Olympic?
Well, it's a great point. I don't know. It's not, to me, it's no less Olympic than
fencing.
Yeah.
I watched fencing the other day. It was hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
Why are they on bungee cords? That's what I didn't get.
I'm assuming you can only go to a certain distance. Like you have to stay on the street.
Okay.
I would think that naturally your Darwinian brain would,
you just want to like tackle the person,
or you'd be like going off.
If that's what I would do.
You know?
If someone was like, you have to fence, I would get up there, I would get in position, all proper.
Yeah.
And then they would say go, and I would just tackle them and stab them in the neck repeatedly.
Point Frex.
Yeah. How about now, bitch?
Back to one. Let's set it up and do it again.
That's brat.
That's brat.
That's brat.
Fencing's brat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other Olympic sports. What about 100-meter subway dash?
Explain.
From the L to the Q with obstacles. Baby carriages. Churro lady. Business guy. In your way.
This is like if it was underground, like you're at Times Square and you got to
you have to get up,
yeah,
across, and down.
like from 8th to 7th Avenue, basically underground. Kind of.
Yeah, well, that's a straight. I'm thinking more of, because that's like a straight line.
Okay.
That's fun too. Are you talking about the tunnel passage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like you got to navigate
look, there's
it.
different courses,
Right.
obviously. So that could be a course.
Okay, got it.
And then you could have
like F1.
Exactly. And then you could have an up the stairs. you could have a course that's like you are trying to take the 6 train uptown. You start at the uptown 6 train, then you realize that actually you're on the wrong track and you need to be across the platform to go downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And the train is pulling up. And there's mad obstacles.
Yeah. So let me ask you this.
Then can you jump across?
Right.
Okay. So now we're jumping across the train tracks.
Is it judged on
Time.
time, or is it judged on your sick moves in the obstacle course?
Time.
It's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think time.
I'm down for either. I think that'd be fun.
Bro.
If they had a New York Olympics, like if they did it at like City Field and in East Rutherford and everything, that would be very fun to have.
Yeah. Vape tricks.
Yeah.
The 100-meter subway dash.
Yeah.
Driving in traffic. What about that? Maneuvering
traffic. What about picking up trash in the city?
That's interesting.
Explain. All right. So, have you seen these guys on these trash routes, right?
Yeah, they have the poker.
They're athletes.
Yeah.
The guys picking up they have to go.
Oh, from a truck.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the walkers.
No. So like a guy that actually works for the dump and picks up trash. Sanitation guy. Yeah.
Now that's fire.
You do it for like a whole avenue, and whoever gets it done first wins.
Timed plus weight.
Yeah.
Like whoever can do the most weight.
Yes.
Because that's not easy.
Right. And then the last one is just
is a fridge.
Is a fridge and a mattress.
Yeah.
And a big pile of black garbage bags.
Exactly.
Like you see in front of restaurants.
Fridge and mattress. Yeah.
Rats and all. Yeah. And you've got to navigate all that stuff.
That's fire.
Yeah. That to me, that's New York.
I like that. What are some other good ones? Oh, my appointment started 5 minutes ago and the elevator's broken.
So is this getting up the
flight climb?
Yeah, the skyscraper. I like that.
The biggest meeting of my life started 5 minutes ago and the elevator's broken.
Yeah, and it's 100% humidity outside.
Yeah,
81 degrees.
And it's almost like an escape room. But the real answer is take the service elevator.
Right. Smart.
The real answer would be $100 bill to the maintenance guy.
Yeah.
Show me where the service elevator is now.
Yeah.
But everybody would just waste their time trying to get up 32 flights.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of the race is asking the maintenance guy where the elevator is.
Exactly. But you have to be able to use your smarts.
Yeah.
This fires me up. If surfing can be an Olympic thing, so can this.
The New York Olympics. I like
the breakdancing is interesting. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But even the fact that breakdancing is in, it's interesting. Because I'm saying if breakdancing is in, why not have full dance troops?
Right. But I guess this is the thing. Where do you draw the line? Because essentially the breakdancing competition is like those fucking cheerleading competitions, right?
Whoa, don't be disrespectful to the cheerleaders. We love the cheerleaders.
They're brat.
They're brat.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like you see those things on TV. They have them from like Orlando, and it's 100.
Those are big money, baby.
I know.
It's a big deal.
But why? So why not put that in the Olympics? Like, it's just like when you start putting so many in, you can make an argument for anything almost.
And I think that they've already started this.
Yeah.
They've already started by inviting walking in.
Well, that is that's ridiculous. We love the walkers. They're brat, but
they are brat. Walking with an iced coffee.
So brat.
Late.
Yeah.
That's brat.
Yeah, walking into an appointment late.
Yeah. That's brat. That's in my personal Olympics.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about USA basketball, but I kind of already did it on the thing.
What were your points?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you about how Jason Tatum didn't play.
Actually, you know what? I would like to say I don't understand why that's a big deal. It's
a big deal because he is allegedly, so for our listeners, USA basketball had their first game yesterday. Jason Tatum did not play in that. It is on the Olympic team. He was not put in that game. And it's a big deal because he just won the NBA title with the Celtics, and he is considered billed as the number one guy on the number one team.
Yeah.
That's why it's a big deal.
But do people believe that he's the number one guy? I mean, he is the number one guy on the number one team, but he's not the best player in the NBA.
I'm just saying.
He's not the best player on this team.
It's just drama.
I know. I just found it odd because I saw that it was circulating today. I guess you're also there's so much press coverage that I'm sure they're just talking to Steve Kerr about anything.
Yeah.
But there was I got a note today that was like Steve Kerr says he will play Jason Tatum in this. It's he's the coach. If he doesn't fucking want to play the guy, like I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. It was just because Because Halliburton
No,
didn't
he
play
did do
either,
it on
right?
purpose. He told Jason Tatum before the game he wasn't going to play.
All right. Well, fuck it. It's his call. He's the coach.
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to talk about drama.
No, I know.
That's the problem with the Olympics now is like everyone has their own media company.
Yes.
So everybody has to get in there with their takes.
Totally.
No, it doesn't matter that he didn't play.
Yeah.
Who cares? But we got to fill this time.
I know. And it is drama. You're right. I mean, but I think it's odd. And like NBA media, I think in general does this thing where they're like, whoa, this guy that we love on social media so much because he's got a cute son. And he like Tatum is the king of playing it up for the camera.
But I heard that Tatum is not popular. Like I heard that
In the
fans consider him cringe.
He's so cringe.
I know, but
do you not think he's cringe?
I do. But I didn't know that it was a universally accepted. Like he's like the Drake of the NBA.
He is. Oh my God. That's a perfect way to say it. Yeah. He is.
Like he is the number one guy on the number one team, but however, it's very cringe.
And it's so annoying. He just does a lot of stuff with like he loves to remind people that like him and Kobe, I guess, were friendly, So it's like everything that he does before games is like a nod to Kobe Bryant. It's like every single thing. Yeah. And you see it on social media.
Everyone's doing that.
Everyone is doing it, but he does it more annoyingly.
It's just so funny because I contribute to this too, but sometimes like someone just can't win. Like he's being treated like Anne Hathaway randomly was treated like 10 years ago. Everyone just randomly decided we don't like Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, never me. I
love her.
Yeah.
Always loved her.
Unbelievable. Like gorgeous dream girl.
But 10 years ago, people just decided, no, she's annoying and we don't like her.
Yeah, yeah.
And then everyone just kind of piles on. I feel like Jason Tatum's getting that treatment right now. And in his defense, he's like an unproblematic man.
Yeah, as far as we know, that's true.
He just shows up, doesn't cause drama. He does cause drama by letting his son like run all over the court.
Wait, it's not that he doesn't cause drama, but he is like a look at me kind of guy, which is annoying.
I don't know.
That's not drama,
I see them
but
all as look at me guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm defending him.
Is he on any of the
go full circle?
Is he on any of the all teams? All team hottie, all team.
No.
No, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
See, but that's the thing. He's not even all first team sunglasses in the club.
No, he's not.
So it's like
I would put him on annoying. I would put him on first team all dork.
Yes.
So I would go
I'm with that.
So I would go Jason Tatum, Wemby.
Yeah,
hold on, stay with me. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. Yeah. Jared Allen.
I don't know enough about him to make that call.
Loves reading.
Put him on.
Okay.
Put him on the list.
He loves like reading children's books. Like,
yeah.
They asked him what books he was bringing on the road, and he said he was like Time Traveler's Guide to what's that book?
Hell yeah.
He loves but he had like a whole list.
I think really this team is not all first team all dork. I think it's first team all sweet boy.
Yeah, maybe
this is all sweetie.
Yeah.
First team all sweetie.
First team all sweetie. So Tatum's on.
So that's for. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think so.
You're the sweetie expert.
I know. Okay, so we need one more. Matisse Thybulle. You didn't think I would say that, but he's on it. Google him.
I'm just trying to think if I.
He's all sweetie.
Yeah.
They say he's the nicest man in the NBA.
Matisse Thybulle. Huh.
He got left off the Canadian team. Oh, sorry, the Australian team.
Really?
Kind of scandalous.
That is scandalous.
Josh Giddey's team.
Uh-oh. Talk about a guy with bring some drama to the table.
I know. Where is he going? The Bulls this year?
Yes. Get traded for Caruso.
Have the Bulls been able to offload Levine? All right, sorry, we'll end the episode. Now we're just we could just talk about this. Sorry. Okay, sorry. All right, listen. It's been great being with you guys.
Yes.
I really love you. I really appreciate everybody that listens to the show. Please, we're gonna bring let's try to do voicemails again. 347 pack 1 Gus.
347 pack 1 Gus.
All right, just do this. 347 PAC 1 GUS. 347 pack 1 Gus. I love to connect with you guys. Drop me a line. Let me know what you're thinking, feeling. If you disagree with anything I said, call up and let me have it. Tear me to shreds. Drag me to hell. That's Brat, baby. And don't forget who did it first. I'll see you next week. Bye.